have all the documentation and API contract available in our developer portal. So here I am able to run a couple of API calls, starting with listing all the devices available for me. Here in my private devices, I sent this command, and here 3 devices available in the data center. And I want to start a session with one of those devices. What I need to do is just allocate a device. I give a device name, information, then send it. Right now, I can list the available sessions. As you can see, my session is already active with the session ID and the WebSocket URL, live view URL, and more details on the device. But instead of showing you the API responses and results, actually I created a simple application to demonstrate how this tool, an API, will look like in your internal developer tools. Imagine this is a developer tool internally used within our company. Then I am able to connect to the devices and data center. Now I am listing all the available devices in the data center. Of course, I'm doing more devices, and I can filter these devices from the platforms, the OS versions, and also I can display my private devices, public devices, and favorites only. As you've seen previously, I started a session already in the Bruno, and the session is already active here, as you can see here. I will stop this one for now and start another session directly from here with Samsung Galaxy Tab. It's, as you can see now, it's in a pending state, waiting for a couple of seconds. It's creating. Then now this device is ready and active. As soon as I go to the details, I have all my device details, live device stream, device logs. So what I can do from here, this API is capable of so many things. So this, as you can see, this WebSocket connection allows me to stream the device logs, both system and network logs as well. I will touch upon in a second. What I can do from here also, I can connect it to the Appium server. I can start the Appium server, just wait a couple of seconds. Now my Appium server is ready and connected to this device. And from there, I can run my automation tasks on this device after and after, for example, for synthetic tests without loading the session and device itself. One fun thing I integrated to here is the touch events. Now I am able to interact with the live view of this device directly from this interface. As you can see, I'm clicking to the elements, open Chrome, and all the events are sending to the device from my custom user interface. What else I can do from here is I can open a URL from a browser or open a deep link, which is highly used use case for our customers. As you see that Chrome browser is open here. I can change device settings. For example, here I can change it portrait to landscape. As you see, it is updated. What else I can do is I can launch any app that I want, or here in an example, I will open a system app. It will be launched on the device. You see Gmail is now running. I can take a screenshot, and this generated screenshot is not stored in the device. It's directly generated from the device, not stored in the device. It's screenshot taken by an API and sent to me. So I can collect this screenshot and feed it to AI or whatever I want to do, for example. What else I can do is we can enable network capture. So my network logs will be also listed here. I can download even HAR file when I need it. I can utilize the file management capabilities. I can list remove, pull, and push files directly to the system level. And lastly, I can run ADB shell commands directly to the device. For example, I can list in the SD card what's available. I can run this battery shell, that the command that shows me the battery information with Appium, or Wi-Fi status, or OS versions. So this allows me to interact in a low level shell commands like ADB shell. With the iOS, we can also run WDA commands. And all this video stream, device logs, and information interactions, this can be fed to your AI tool and your MCP or AI agent, that your agent gains capabilities and information of the real video stream, what's happening on the device, and also the logs. When error happens, then your agent can detect this and take the necessary actions regarding to this information. That's why we say we are AI era ready. Meanwhile, we are also creating this greater observability, and my sessions are here. This session can live here up to 24 hours. So I can even stop the session. I have two options. I can directly stop the session. The device state will stay like as it is, or I can stop and reboot device. So we are giving this control and flexibility in your hands.